this case will be in your hands. On behalf of Brandon, Kate, Sharon, Kylie.
The parties hereby stipulate that during the time period that Plaintiff David Meehan was housed at the Youth Development Center,
anyone who has committed a crime needs to be brought to justice. But folks, this is not a criminal case. The people who Mr. Meehan claims abused him are not defendants in this lawsuit. I do not represent them. I represent the Department of Health and Human Services, and this is a case for money damages.
Policies of the HHS. That's what that means. And the same allegation was made when he ran East Cottage by virtual bosses.
the fear on the one hand with this is the 403 quasi 404B.
The state has the obligation, the fiduciary duty to create a safe environment for these kids, to protect them, to affirmatively take care of them. And they dare to say, oh, not our fault.
Conspiracy theories are not a substitute for actual evidence. There is no actual evidence that anyone ever reported to my client, the leadership at the Department of Health and Human Services, any allegation concerning Mr. Meehan that was not investigated. So there's no evidence that my client breached any duty to Mr. Meehan.
You're saying everything that happened to David Meehan over a several-year period is one thing?
It's based
One incident. By the arguments that you heard, in my view, you're within your rights to find that they still don't get it. They don't understand the power they have. And they don't understand how they abuse their power. And they don't care.
Observation 10 is a problem because it speaks about a lack of certification.
There is no evidence that my client negligently hired, negligently trained, negligently supervised, or breached any duty to Mr. Meehan.
At least by this, at least a conservative estimate here is that he was raped about 200 times.
This demonstrative timeline, Mr. Meehan was born in 1981. He filed his lawsuit on January 11th of 2020. He was at YUC here in the mid-1990s. He did not submit and file his lawsuit in a timely manner. The evidence will show that Mr. Meehan waited until he was 39 years old to file this lawsuit. Even though he had known about his injury and the possibility of a factual connection between his injury and the YDC for years.
The state, even to this day, right today, is denying that it happened. They're denying that they're liable in any way. So if they say they're not liable and they're not letting out the information, how's David going to be able to access it? How's he going to be able to know, to be able to actually allege that the state agency in Concord is legally liable for this?